Today we're making biscuits and gravy, and I'll have a link to the full recipe below. I'm starting by making a vegan buttermilk by mixing together oat milk and lemon juice, and that's always my go-to for buttermilk. Then we're going to add all dry ingredients to a mixing bowl and just mix those together really well. Next, I'm preparing my butter because I didn't have stick butter. It's a lot easier to freeze a stick of butter beforehand and grate onto some wax paper, but as you can see my struggle, I am chopping up my butter this time. We want to work quick here to sift the butter and dry mixture between our fingers, incorporating it together. We don't want the butter to get too melty, so try not to spend more than a minute or so on this step. As you can see at this point, the texture is starting to change, and that's how you know it's all getting mixed in together. Go ahead and add in your vegan buttermilk and mix together, but be careful not to overmix. We don't want it smooth, and it's okay that it's going to be a bit sticky still. Flour your working surface and flatten out your dough. And to create the flaky layers, we're going to flatten and fold this over a few times, and I usually go about 6 folds. You don't really have to count, but the end result should be about 3/4 of an inch thick. I don't have a pastry cutter, so I just use a measuring cup to cut out my biscuit shapes, and you can use the leftover dough to cut more, but as you'll see, they're a little misshapen. While those are cooking, I'm going to make the gravy. I used Beyond Breakfast sausages, and it's my favorite so far in this recipe. I spent time cutting them, but in hindsight, I should have just tossed the thawed patties into the melted butter and used the spatula to cut it up, because as you can see, that's what I ended up doing anyway. So go ahead and let the sausage cook in the melted butter for a few minutes until they start to get browned, and then you're going to add in the flour. Let that all cook together, continuously stirring, then add in your milk. I'm using plain oat milk. Then season to your liking, and I add salt, garlic salt, and lots of pepper into my gravy, but you can add whatever you like best. keep stirring that until it thickens up, and mine ended up being a little too thick here, so I just used a little bit more milk to thin it out, which if that happens to you, just add a little bit more milk and it should be fine. And there we have it, delicious biscuits and gravy. Thanks for watching. The full recipe is linked in the description box below, and it's just one that I've veganized over the years. See ya!